ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back again, another reaction video. Today we're going to see Sleep Token Infinite Bass. This is the last song on the project. The project has been incredible so far. I do have a feeling that this one's probably going to be, it should be a little heavier. That's a typical Sleep Token fashion to kind of have the last part of the project a little heavy, especially with this being such a melodic and lighter project for majority of the project, I would say. I feel like they got to have something heavy. And it's 8 minutes. Usually when they have very long songs, they do a little something crazy. So I don't know. Could be off. We're going to jump right into it. Hope you're having a good day. Come vibe with your boy. And this is the last one on the project, so they got to send it off.
When you plucked me from the grotto, sounding like a supermodel. When I would wake in staccato, no lightning in a bottle. Just one eye on the target and 2 bricks on the throttle. I know now that even if I am frozen,
they've already added some stuff in the back.
as a ghost in my nightmares of the ocean, the precipice I'm approaching. Well, you will empty the darkness, you will keep me in motion. I know now.
The vocals, man, I'm telling you. The vocal chain on that is nuts. Well, I'm surrounded. I'm surrounded by that. Oh, man. I'm gonna buckle up, man. This one's shaping up. Oh, wow. Been running since I got here, and now I'm falling into infinite baths. Dude's a poet. The little water droplets in the bag. The mix on here is incredible, by the way. The reverb, the space of it, the surrounding of it. Oh my God. The vocal layers. String action. Oh yeah, let it out. Woo! Ooh, yo, the transition there. It starts here. We're still higher. There's a switch. Right there. And then it switches again right here. There it is. Oh. Oh. Okay. Jesus. That drum fill was insane. Are we bringing it back? Dude, his snares are on like the up, not the down. Oh, and it's gonna fade out like that. Oh, interesting. Fade away into the darkness. Look, man. I don't know, man. I might. Hey, what's going on? Don't mean to interrupt or anything. I don't like advertisements any more than you do, but if you like merchandise such as this shirt, you want to cop this shirt, yes, this is my shirt. You can go ahead and click the link in the description down below where I have all my merchandise. I'm going to go ahead and scroll it right here. You can see all my merchandise. If you want to see any of that, you want to buy any of that, support your boy, support the channel, you can click in the link in the description down below. Okay, I'll see you later. Let's get back to the video. Love you guys. Okay, bye. I might like this project better than Take Me Back to Eden. Not by a lot. If I do, like, they're very close. I mean, you know, they have their own identities for sure, but something about this one just feels a little bit, it's got this cool factor. I would have to listen to them side by side to say, you know, to pick my absolute favorite, they are different projects. This one definitely focuses more on a lot of the stuff that they experimented with on Take Me Back to Eden. They experimented with the R&B and the electronic, and they've always kind of dabbled into that. Even 2-3 years ago when they were doing some of their stuff, or 4 years now, I don't know. It's been a while. Because even when they did This Place Will Be Your Tomb and some of the EPs and singles that they had done back then, they had a little bit of these elements here and there, but each like era of Sleep Token has an overall sound that they kind of hone in on. And even though there's a lot sprinkled in, there's definitely something more that they focused on. Now with this project, I feel like they focused a little bit more on the melodic electronic rap R&B kind of things, a little bit more of this modern electronic sound versus, and what I mean by electronic is more like software. It's more like a software sound than an analog natural sound. And they combine natural sound with it as well. Obviously they play instruments, but they play natural sounding instruments, guitar, drums, all this stuff, and piano too, and strings. But they definitely focused more on a kind of commercialized software sound overall in this project versus Take Me Back to Eden. Take Me Back to Eden, I think, had a little bit more analog sound, a little bit more hardware sound, definitely a little bit more of the rock metal sound kind of being in the forefront. But they're different projects and they both sound good. But if I had to pick, as of right now, just coming fresh off this project, I'd probably put this project slightly ahead. But this one was a very cool project because a lot of the stuff they experimented with in Take Me Back to Eden, they kind of doubled down here on this project and then experimented on top of it. So they took the experimentation from the last project, doubled down on it, dug into it further, and experimented into it further. And then how far could they push that creative boundary? So this project is like a continuation, or not a continuation, but an evolution, if you will, of the last project. Now, overall, I think this project start to finish is very well done with the placement of each song. Each song feels like it has a purpose. Even this last one. Y'all know how I am pretty much with like switches and stuff. I think the switch on this one, even though it did switch into the heavy and did a complete 180, the way they did it was really smooth. It was a very nice transition. There was kind of layers to the transition before it went full 180, and it felt more of like this path that kind of detoured versus just like an abrupt stop and a turnaround on some of the other songs they have with transitions like that. This felt like a nice, we're exiting this sound that we've started halfway through the song. We're exiting and we're going down another path. And then it just got kind of progressively heavier and ended almost with like a breakdown style. And it's almost like this was a reminder of like, hey, look, we know we did kind of this soft experimental project. There's a lot of R&B on here, a lot of soft melody singing and woe is me kind of thing. But they wanted to remind you like, yo, we do get down. We do get heavy. Okay. So they did this at the end. But I think it's a great song to end the project too, because as far as the writing goes and the way the infinite bass is, and he's been running nonstop, and finally he feels like this ocean is overwhelming him. This infinite bath is overwhelming him, and he's kind of succumbing to it. Then he just feels like I feel like he just let it all out at the end, and then it just fades into black. So it's kind of like he told you all of his problems on this whole project, and at the very end, he finally really released it, even though he released on every song. But this last part was just like I'm at my limit. Let me just let it all out. So very good project. I enjoyed pretty much all these songs. There's some that have a little bit of things in them that I don't really care for as much, but all of them are really good songs. I don't see myself like skipping anything on here. And there's definitely like probably half the project, about 5 of them, that I actively want to have in rotation, maybe more. But dude, what a great project. Also, something to note is the evolution of their skill. And I feel like Vessel has always had a really good voice. He's always been able to sing really well, but I don't know about y'all, but something about this project, his vocals feel a little bit more refined, and I feel like he went up a tier, almost like he got a vocal coach in between the last project and this one. Not saying he did or he needed it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did get one and he just took it to the next level, because I feel like his vocals did go to a new level on this project, and they've always been really good. His vocals have been solid for years, but something about this project, there was like little details and nuances with the way he was doing runs, and the range. I feel like he has more range now. I don't know. I feel like he definitely just stepped it up with the vocals a little bit, in addition to everything. Really, they stepped everything up. But this is a great project. Really enjoyed this one. Surprisingly though, I could see this being not as enjoyed as the last one, as Take Me Back to Eden, because I would say the majority of Sleep Token fans, at least the loud majority, are more like metal and like progressive metal and want more like guitar and drums, and like the R&B electronic stuff kind of puts them off. I wouldn't be surprised if most people don't like that. But overall, for who Sleep Token is, if you've been listening to him for years, you know that they're not really a metal band. They're not really a rock band. They kind of do it all. that's just an easy label to put on them because they do have guitar, bass, drums, a singer. They are a band, but they are so much more than that when it comes to the sound that they produce. So I really enjoy this, man. I love this band so much. They do so much stuff that's so cool and outside the box and just really unique. And I feel like I've compared them to Tool a lot. Obviously, they have different sounds, but I compare them to Tool in the sense of how ahead of the times they are, how unique they are. Like when Tool came out, there was not a single band like it ever. And even to this day, I feel like Tool still stands on its own as such a unique band that no one's really doing that. Same thing with Sleep Token. I really feel like Sleep Token is today's Tool. They're just so different, man. Other bands try to mimic Sleep Token and take their sound and stuff, but they're kind of a one-on-one. But rant aside, anyways, I really enjoyed this project. I enjoyed this song. I do have my favorites on here. If you guys want an in-depth album review or something like that, let me know. But really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see what else they got cooking. Hopefully they do some music videos, man. It's been a while, I feel like, since they've done any music videos, like a long time since they've done music videos. I know they kind of steered away from that, but I know they can create some crazy visuals. So that'll do it for today's reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here and you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. I drop a video every day. If you're not new here, welcome back. Appreciate the love and support. You know what to do, leave some comments down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. If you're a fan of Sleep Token, be sure to support Sleep Token. Always support the artists or the content you enjoy. So with all that being said, hope you're having a great day. Sending positive vibes your way. And until next time, I'm out.
Ride for you if you ride for me. Wanna win your heart, I'm tryna play for keeps. You ain't gotta worry, put your trust in me, 'cause